All right, Jason Murphy, you've seen loaded dice, right?
Yes. Yes.
You've never seen loaded dice.
Do they explode? What does that mean?
Sometimes they'll have weights in there that'll favor one roll over another. In this case, these are misprinted dice. Now, if I were to hand you these and say examine them, you'd very quickly figure out that it's all just 5s and 2s on there. So you're only going to get 7, 10s, and 4s. You can ring in misprinted dice that are harder to detect if you use what are called elimination dice. And we have these over at scamstuff.com. They'll be 6-sided dice, only they'll be missing one number. The idea being you have examined dice and then you ring in the elimination dice. Maybe you got a list of 6 different options and you say, okay, every time a number comes up, we're going to eliminate one. Because you know there's no 3 or no 5 on there, you're able to force a particular number. But the thing everybody asks is they're like, well, if they examine the dice, then they're going to know they're tricky. How do you ring in tricky dice? And there are ways with fancy palming, but I learned the world's easiest dice swap 20 years ago from the magician Christian Shellman. He wrote the amazing book Capricornian Tales. So imagine we're playing, I've got my tricky dice here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to palm it by squeezing them in just like this, right?
You put them between, should I do like the fingertips or is it closer to the middle? Like
I line it up basically with this crinkle fold on my index finger right there, right?
Yeah.
So you're able to kind of hold it between these two. And if you notice that you can rest it on your hand. In fact, you can set these up on your lap and then just get ready. And then you go ahead and roll the dice.
Okay.
And so I can point out, okay, you got a 6 and a 1. Do you feel like everything is fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'm like, great, just do it again.
Okay.
And now you're rocking the tricky dice. Of course, we're using different colors.
Can't tell the difference.
It's difficult if the dice are aligned with your chest. Then you got to kind of do this weird scoopy thing in there. So what I do is I add another moment. So you roll the dice, let's say they go like that. Then I'll make a moment. I was like, okay, so we got a 4 here and a 4 here. The reason I'm setting it up is because I want to come in so the 2 dice are together. I put down my palm. I just tuck in my thumb. I'm not even very clever about it. And so now everything is totally secured. And so I'm able to just push it forward to you. And again, because you see the dice at this point, and again, you won't even know that the switch happened, as I come back, this rests right in my lap, and now all the attention is on those dice, so it's easy to toss these into a pocket or get them ready to swap back, because maybe this is the critical roll, so you roll again.
Okay.
And once again, now this is inconvenient because I'd have to come in sideways, so instead I'll set it up like this, and I'll say, so we got a 5 and a 2, there we go, one more roll just for posterity. And now I was able to ring in fake dice and ring them out. And you can keep on doing it, and you can grab their dice straight from a roll, but it is a little bit tricky. But if you hand it over, like you could just keep doing this over and over and over again, and it looks like magic to yourself while you're doing it.
Yeah, it's not that different from something we did on Scam Stuff where we were swapping the coins.
Oh yeah, that's right,
Kind
yeah,
of,
exactly. All right, you think you got this?
I think so.
Oh, hello, I am an unsuspecting rube. Let me roll some dice. I love doing that.
All right, you got a 5 and an 8, so I want you to do it one more time.
That was actually pretty good. The only thing I would recommend is instead of coming in and over, just work on that down. But you got it down. That took like 3 minutes. Good job. You're a dice shark. Is that a thing? It's a thing now.
All right, I quit. That's all I ever needed to learn. Modern Rogue is over.
No, we need you back. We need you back.
No, I'm gonna go rip everybody off.